There's something about VR shooters that pumps adrenaline and dopamine into your brain. And when you combine that with a reenactment of a historical event, then you get a bunch of small children shooting at each other in a digital world using weapons from World War II and yelling,
The
"Death to
Americans
the
got me.
Nazis!" And that is why I've come here today to talk to you about one of my new favorite obscure things, VR trench warfare. The rush that goes through your head when you're walking through the trenches and your friend's head is suddenly blown off right next to you is indescribable. And I'm not even a history guy. I didn't even know what D-Day or World War II really even were until I started playing this. But it's fun to me anyway for some reason. Genuinely, if you have Pavlov, I recommend the hell out of it. There's weapons like PPSHs, Thompsons, and Prunes that make you feel so immersed when you're walking through the trenches. But there's also sniping towers. In fact, one of my favorite parts about the map is quietly breaching the towers and taking out the snipers.
Ceasefire, you fucking motherfucker. Dude, I have a grenade launcher. Dude, back the up.
You can also just travel around underground using the tunnels, and people will just pop out at you. And yes, most of the time they are my teammates, but that isn't the point. It feels insane to actually be in a 2-scale recreation of the environment and almost have that feeling of really fighting in a war. It makes me want to buy a VR treadmill haptic suit and a gun stock just so I can be fully immersed in the combat. There's only one issue with this game mode: players. Not that they grief or cheat, it's that there just isn't enough of them. Pavlov already has a relatively small amount of players who are online at a time, only a few thousand, which is still a lot. But when you take into account all of the game modes and the amount of lobbies per game mode, it lowers down quite a bit. And as previously stated, this is a pretty obscure interest. So you may get only 2 lobbies that are only half full as your 2 options to play. It makes it really difficult to really have an all-out war with only 6 players maybe. But despite this, trench warfare is one of my new favorite things to do in VR recently, and I can't wait for it to hopefully expand into even more in-depth maps and weaponry. But without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed me yapping about something I enjoyed for a little bit. And if you would, please like and sub. It would mean a lot, and it really helps me out. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.